Howdy everybody. Howdy everybody. Sorry about that. Good timing. That's the Bangor International Airport. Yeah. How are you doing? Everything's cool? This is where you come when things are slow. It's a flight coming in soon, so hopefully I'll get a trip. In fact, I got a trip earlier. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I was just kind of waiting out here because I had gotten a trip nearby. Let's see, that was on the road. Yeah, had a trip up to, let's see. Yeah, this, I don't know, how are things going with you in your location? All right, so I'm here in Bangor, and I don't know, I'm seeing people getting kind of frayed at the edges. You know, this thing is, I mean, God, we're barely into it, and people are just fraying at the edges. It's something to see. I've been flipped off more times than I can count. Kind of funny how Maine airs turn into New Yorkers, right? Something goes wrong. Woo! Watch out. Yeah, so I'm just here because basically it's very slow right now. Just got back from Bahaba. So what happened was earlier, oh yeah, we had these things here that's methadone clinics, right? So they have these programs that we bring in a lot of people, and they get methadone and all these other things that they take to deal with addiction to whatever drugs they're on. So there's a big one here on Odland Road. So I went there to pick up somebody, and since the virus has hit, they're only letting a couple of people inside the building at a time. So there was this long line of people outside and a whole bunch of cabs, right? Yeah. So I just whipped the camera out and got a picture of the scene, and literally everybody just lost their shit. It was something. Yeah, well, what do you expect? I mean, they're all drug addicts. Well, not all, because the guy I was there to pick up, he was there because he had been hit by a drunk driver. His car was destroyed. He was severely injured. So he goes there for those kind of problems. But most everybody's there just because they're addicts. So, but yeah, they just lost their crap. And the guy who runs the place, he's one of these little tin pot dictators, and he was notified. He came out. I was forced to erase the video. It was only like a minute, but doesn't matter. It's a medical issue. Got to protect confidentiality. I mean, these people were out in the open, which is stupid. This is winter, but it's a virus, right? It's stupid. You know, they're all out there right next to each other, right? I mean, how stupid can you get? Well, we've had our first case, by the way. Bangor, somebody showed up at the Eastern Maine Medical Center. Just showed up at the emergency room. So that's our first case of coronavirus here in Bangor. Yeah, we've had a small number of cases in Maine in general, but this is the first one here locally. All right. Yeah, so... Oh, yeah, and it gets to the point where the police were called. The police was called. I was told I couldn't come back. But even though that's the case, I called the guy up. I just went to the parking lot next door and picked him up there and took him back to his house. Right? But I've noticed this too, because City Hall is shut down. You can't go in. But I wanted to go in and ask a health question because I'm a taxi driver. So I want to know, what measures do you take to protect your customers, right? Or yourself. But they had the sign saying, you know, any business, call, right? So somebody comes out and he's irritable and he says, "Oh, do you notice this place is closed down?" Kind of in that tone. And he said, "Yeah, excuse me, I got a health question." And he just flips the bird as he walks away. Right? Yeah, it's that. And just now, I was in Brewer at the Hannaford's, which is the supermarket chain. And I just come back from Bar Harbor, and I was just kind of sitting there waiting, because that's a good place to wait sometimes, is at supermarkets. And I was right next to the building, and this guy walks by, and he bumps against the car, and he almost, he just bumps against the car, knocks himself over a little, and I laughed, and he flips the bird. So, I'll tell you, Maine is in trouble. Oh boy, Maine is in trouble. I mean, we got the oldest population in the country, Maine. According to the statistics, yeah, Maine's got the oldest population, and it's largely um, Korean War era and baby boomers, right? That's the majority. And of course, what's the problem with baby boomers, right? They were raised up on Mickey Mouse Club and Romper Room and all that insane crap. Yeah. And of course, so the parents, right? Yeah, it's after the war, the escapism, what do you call it? When all these people were running off to the suburbs to live their fantasy life, right? And the whole thing about nuclear war, hiding under your desks, like at the Mickey Mouse Club, this whole escapism, right? Because once the Vietnam War comes along, these boomers lose their, yeah, and run off into drugs and all that good stuff. So we're seeing it now. Like I said, everybody is just on a thin thread. Oh boy. I can't complain otherwise. I'm quite glad I moved up here because I get to see my parents every Monday. Every Monday I'm home visiting. That's a nice part. And driving tax here is a lot better than Los Angeles. Yeah, can't complain. People in Maine are nice. They will. It's a hell of a lot better than LA, because in LA everybody's on their phone, right? Texting and whatever, right? You barely ever had conversation with people. But here, in most cases, they'll chat and talk, just like your old friends. That's the nice part. At least that's what I found. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I have a approachable. Maybe I'm approachable. Okay, so this is Drew here in Bangor, Maine, your Queen City Cabbie. All right. So that's it. Take care. That's a little update here in northern Maine or eastern Maine. All right. I'll see you all later. Stay tuned, and I'll come back with something cool. All right. Bye-bye. Oh, you like my gloves? Had to get some new ones. My old ones were really in bad shape. They were falling apart.